Spring is right around the corner, and by the time some of you see this video, it might already be spring. The once frozen streams are now flowing again. I'm starting to see some of my yearly favorites come up, like the tulips. I'm seeing some bud break on our currants and our gooseberries, and the daffodils, which are usually the first sign of spring, are really starting to peek out. It's hard to believe these dry patches of brown used to contain such lush and fertile plants, but you can tell that they're starting to gear up for all of that to happen again. All of these changes are a welcome reminder of the upcoming growing season. I really need to start my seeds. A few videos ago, I made this big stink about how I was going to start a garden, even though I don't have a lot of time to devote to it this year. And I made a list of everything that I want to grow, and I just haven't done a thing towards it. So I'm going to change that. And I thought I would take you all along with me so we can do some planting together. Welcome to MrsCrunchy, where we discuss natural living in a modern world. I am not yet concerned about planting things like cucumbers and tomatoes. Those can wait for a couple of weeks. But what I did want to start planting in the ground and also starting indoors are some of the cool weather crops. So carrots, let's say some scallions, kale, I'd like to do beets, some radishes, those sorts of things. Because of my schedule these days, it used to be like I could maybe take an afternoon and just sort of knock it out, everything that I wanted to plant in a given day. But I have like little pockets of time here and there, so I might have to shoot this over the course of a few days. And I'm not worried yet about like cucumbers and tomatoes. Those I can do in a couple weeks. In fact, it's a little bit better as we get closer to our last frost date here in the Northeast. But there's some cool weather crops that I wanted to get in the ground. So like, for example, some kale and arugula, although this year I don't think I'm going to do arugula, but if I were, I would do arugula now. And maybe some carrots, maybe some beets, onions or scallions. Let's go planting together. Each year when my seeds arrive, I get really excited, and this gives me the extra boost that I need to start them. Let's go out to my shed/greenhouse and get planting. I really have not grown up in the sense that I still believe colored markers make everything more fun. Whenever I see onion seeds, I just want to sprinkle them on a bagel. So delicious. That's all the time I had for that day, so I'll have to come back and do some more, but I'm already feeling better about having some seeds started. Today I'm going to do some more planting, but outside, and I'm going to have my son with me. First I'm going to make an iced coffee though. Nature's fertilizer. Some rabbit poop, looks like. Oh, food! Yeah. We're taking advantage of a rainy day to get our herb garden growing again. I had some thyme seeds that are really old, so I'm just hoping maybe some of them will germinate. I wanted to get that going again because sadly, my large thyme plant died last year, and I really miss having it around. I also wanted to get some cilantro reseeded, which for some reason I always think of as a warm weather plant, but it really does better in the cooler weather. My neglected Thai basil from last year gave us plentiful Thai basil seeds. See, I knew what I was doing. Now it's been a little over a week since we sowed these seeds, and I wanted to give you an update. So here are my cilantro seedlings, trying to get all of them in the shot. A few have come up here, and oh, this is a random strawberry that I found growing in here, and I just haven't had the heart to pull it out. So, you know, I'm not going to waste it. I'm going to transplant this somewhere. Feeling around in the soil, it feels a little dry. So this is actually good that I'm doing this. I need to water these again. But these seedlings, you can see they are straining towards the light because there's a window over here. So that tells me that they could use a little bit more sunlight. So just observing, seeing what's going on. Going to give them some water. And then let's check on our other seedlings. By the way, I love old baking trays for catching water underneath the seedlings. They're just great, so I never throw mine away. But I put some cling wrap over the top because that way it would sort of help with the germination. I have found in the past that if you put it on too tightly, which I have, then it doesn't allow for adequate airflow and your seedlings will get moldy and rot. You'll see like some white fuzz coming up. So these I've just tented very loosely over them, and I will probably keep it off for now that I have some seedlings coming up. I'm really happy that these germinated because the seedlings are over a year old, and not by much. I think they're like 2 years old, but usually they're only viable for a year. So at least I got a couple. I'm hoping that more will come up, but we will see. It's not the end of the world. I can always buy scallions, but they are nice. I like having them around to have on hand. And then I've got some tiny kale seedlings coming up. Again, we just have a couple right now, but I'm sure the other ones will be following soon. So that's that. And these feel a little dry too, so I'm going to give them some water while I'm at it. But that is where we're at. Well, I hope you all enjoyed today's video. As always, thank you so much for the likes and the comments and new subscribers. I really appreciate each and every one of them, and I will see you all again soon.